Hello lads and welcome back to another YouTube video on my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe. It's not compulsory but would mean a lot and only takes one click. Today I am going to be giving you 5 teams to manage in Football Manager 2022 before FM23 comes out in a couple of months. So let's jump right into it. So at number 5 we have an obvious one and probably the most popular team in the whole game among Football Manager players. If you haven't given it a try, however, you should definitely do it. Newcastle United compete in the English Premier League, and the reason they are so popular is because they recently in real life had a huge takeover and are considered now the richest team in the world. You start off with 200 million to spend in your transfer budget and have a big job to do, as the squad is filled with lots of old deadwood fringe players. The Magpies have been finishing around mid-table for years now and even dropped into the second division not so long ago. They have won the Premier League 4 times in their history, however the most recent one was over 70 years ago. Although in the team are some young talent like Alan Saint-Maximin and Bruno Guimaraes, a big rebuild is still needed in order to get Newcastle back to where they were back in the day. And even further, you could try and compete for a Champions League title. This is probably the easiest on the list, as with all the money you have as Newcastle manager it shouldn't take long to reach all the glory that Magpies fans deserve. At number 4 is the second and final English club on this list. Here we have Derby County. Derby is a very challenging save for you to take on because at the start of the game, without any extra databases, the club are in administration with no money and a huge point deduction in the championship. They have recently said goodbyes to manager Wayne Rooney, so it's perfect for you to come in and save the club. Derby's squad is an interesting one, as there is some very good young players coming through and playing with the first team. However, it's going to take a lot to convince them to stay at the club. And worst case scenario, you may have to sell lots of key players in order to get the money and start your Derby journey. In real life they have completed new owners but are in League One, so that will be an interesting save for FM23. In the past, Derby have won the Premier League twice, Mozzie recently in 1975, but also hold the record for the lowest point total in the league. So can you get Derby back on its feet and then take them to Champions League glory? At number 3 is FK Meta, one that many people will not have heard of. Meta is a club that competes in the Latvian First Division, the league only added this year in Football Manager 22. They are based in the Latvia capital, Riga. Meta have only won the Latvian Premier Division once in 2011. The reason they are on this list is because FK Meta actually have the youngest average age in Europe. So can you dominate Latvia with Meta, and even Europe? To make it more challenging and fun, considering they are the youngest team in Europe, try and win all this while only singing players under the age of 21 and prove that you really can win things with kids. At second place on the list of clubs to manage before the end of Football Manager 2022 is Ajax. Ajax are on this list because in real life this summer they have sold many important players: Lautaro Martinez to Man United, Tagliafico to Lyon, Haller to Dortmund, and more. They have also however bought in some talent too, such as Bergwijn, Inhateren, Wijndal, and Bassi. These transfers will only be in place in game if you download an updated database. You can do this by going to the Steam Workshop and finding one, or going to fmscout.com and downloading one from there. Obviously the challenge will still be fun if you do not use an updated database, as you could carry on building around these young players, or replicate what they are doing in real life and sell them to get the money to complete a rebuild. Ajax have won the Dutch First Division over 30 times. Can you carry on this legacy and maybe even with Ajax their first Champions League? And last but not least in this video of teams to manage in your final save before the next game is probably the most challenging on the list. I introduce to you a D Fuita. The side compete in Primera Division Group 1, The third tier in Spanish football. The thing interesting about this team is that they are based in the city of Fuita, which is actually in the north coast of Morocco, North Africa. They play in Spain as the city is Spanish territory. So basically you can actually win the Champions League with an African club here with Fuita. So it may take you a while, but can you dominate Europe with a team located in Africa? Definitely the most unique team and save idea on the game. So that is that for 5 clubs you need to manage before the release of Football Manager 23. Comment if you want more of these Football Manager videos. So yeah, please like and subscribe lads, and see you later, bye.